Hi, thanks for joining us for another episode of Money TV. I'm Don Baillargeon. So glad you could be with us. Well, Labor Day is in our rear view mirror. Fourth quarter's ahead. Time to put the white shoes away and get down to business. Of course, Money TV is the program all about money and what makes it happen. And I want to begin this week by reciting a couple of quotes about taxation. The first is, cutting taxes now is not to incur a budget deficit, to achieve the more prosperous, expanding economy which can bring a budget surplus. And the second is, lower rates of taxation will stimulate economic activity and so raise the levels of personal and corporate income as to yield, within a few years, an increase, not a reduced, flow of revenues to the federal government. Now, who do you think said these words? Ronald Reagan, perhaps, when talking about supply-side economics? Maybe George W. Bush when pitching his tax cuts? Or was it the late conservative icon William F. Buckley? Maybe even Rush Limbaugh? Nope. Those words advocating cutting taxes to increase revenues were said nearly 50 years ago by the patron saint of the Democratic Party, John F. Kennedy. JFK's beliefs and economic policies seem totally right-wing in today's spend and tax mentality that prevails in Washington. Pretty simple math, really. If more people have more money, they spend more. Businesses do better. They build more. They expand. They hire more people. And all of these new businesses and new employees collectively pay taxes to the government. Now, this week, President Obama is out on the campaign trail, which he does so very well, this time pitching his new economic plan to stimulate the economy. An economy which has seen about $2 trillion thrown at it in stimulus spending and commitment to health care legislation, stimulus spending that most Americans can't point to, and health care legislation that most Americans didn't want. The administration once touted that the stimulus bill saved or created 2 million jobs, all the while the unemployment kept going up, and those 2 million jobs, supposedly saved or created, had a price tag of nearly $400,000 each. This week, Obama borrowed from FDR when he should have borrowed from JFK. The WPA, or Works Progress Administration, was envisioned and implemented by FDR to put out of work Americans on the job again, building roads and public buildings. $7 billion was spent over 3 years in the late 30s doing just that. This week, Obama proposed spending $50 billion on roads and infrastructure work in an effort to put people to work. But most economists, even those at ultra-liberal CNN, dismissed the proposal as too late, too little, too late, and very unlikely to pass Congress before the midterm elections in November. Now, Obama knows his majority on Capitol Hill is in serious trouble. If he loses control of the House and the Senate, or maybe even both, the remaining 2 years of administration would enter lame duck status with no majority to fall back on to vote yes on his every whim and proposal. He would be left alone to shoulder the storm of the economy, and voters almost always vote with their wallets when it comes to choosing an American president. Instead of cutting taxes across the board as JFK would do, Obama wants to increase spending yet again and then cherry pick who might get a tax break and who won't. January 1st of 2011 will mark the beginning of the largest tax increase in the history of our nation. Americans are fed up. The administration is losing support from all sides. Even the liberal media, and the loss of support means the loss of votes. For many, November 2nd can't get here soon enough. Now, something that you'd have soon enough is our toll-free number, 888-259-4449. Good from anywhere in the world you're watching the program. To get free information about our featured guests, when you do call, be sure and ask to be added to the subscription list of our Money TV newsletter. Again, 888-259-4449. You can text us on your mobile, Money TV, to go 800 or 46800. You can visit us at moneytv.net. And please become one of our followers on Facebook and Twitter.